don't echo. You know, this is so confusing because I press live and then you press go live and then you look at the screen and then you look down and it says, you sure you want to go live? And I'm like, man, I pressed you. Go on live. How are you doing on this Monday morning? I'm just checking my second device. Yes, so we all had a weekend, and I hope you've made full use of your weekend to rest and recover if you needed it. Another week ahead of us. We've made it. We are alive to live another week. Anyway, let's give a shout out to the Square Squad. Sit down. I've got my coffee. I've got my project's making good progress, and hang out. It's going to be 2.5 hours. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Hello, hello. Hello, Kaylin, Michelle. Let's see. Got my project here. I'm doubling up and I found that if I pull from the center and I pull from the outside, then actually this ball doesn't roll around because the center pull sort of prevents it from rolling around. When you only pull from the outside, it wants to roll around. It's interesting. Okay, let's say hello to everybody. Who's in the house? Hey, where's my banner? There you go. I think it's this one. Yes, how was the weekend? Gelukkige maandag. Hallo Ursula, Jessica en almal in die klits. Hope your naweek was fantasties. Yes. Happy Monday. Hello Ursula, Jessica and all in the chat. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope so too. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I rested. Hello, my Susanna. All the way from down under, and it must be late for you. Hello, Kelly. I bring it every day, eh? Good morning, afternoon, evening, Katrine, Ursula, everyone in the chat. How are you doing, Kaylin? I saw you've got some beautiful posts. Kaylin always has beautiful posts. Michelle Jenkins, good morning to all from a very hot Missouri. Well, I tell you, here it is definitely not hot. Can you see? It is totally overcast and that breeze is getting colder by the minute. Hello, crazy puppy lady. How are you doing? Let's have a sip. Ah, thank you, Susanna. Hey, it's hit and miss, eh? It's hit and miss. You never know if someone will like it. What one person likes is not what another one likes, eh? Rosie Crochet Corner. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Hello, my sweetheart. Hello, Katrine is saying hello to everybody. Kaylin saying good morning, Michelle. I'm also in the oven, aka Missouri. There you go. Katrine is saying hello to Rosie. And look what beautiful Rose is joining me all the way from England.
Hello. Rose from me. Oh, I'll let you get away with that one. How you doing, darling? Right.
Is that your flower? The official flower?
Rose.
Rose.
I'm not sure. It's I believe it's the rose for the king. We've got the thistle, which is Scotland, and the shamrock, which is Ireland, and what do the Welsh love? I cannot remember the one for the Welsh. Sorry, Welsh guys and girls, if anyone's in, tell me.
Hello, Ursula, and everyone in the chat. Finished my workout, getting ready for work, drinking water. Oh, that sounds so healthy. Dawn Yon Doe. Look at me. But Dawn, something went wrong with my green, eh? I don't know why. Because you know what? This pink and this green is on the same level. But the pink, wait, if I do it like this.
Looks lighter, doesn't it?
If I do it like this, you see in certain light, you can see it. Isn't that? Dawn, you've inspired me. So there you go. I'm making my blanket and it's making good progress because I'm only doing Bad Poppy. Hello, Hannah, all the way from Austria. How are you doing, my sweetheart? And Jessie babes. Hello, Mama. Hello, everyone in that chat. Is it cold by you, Jessica? Should be. They should have the same weather as me, usually. Very often. Hello, all very nice people in the chat, says Hannah. Good of you to be here, Hannah. Always. Kaylin, this week is going to be bad. Roasted. There will be nuts. Roasted nuts by Friday.
It's temperature that's going to be bad, is it, for you guys?
Yes. It's going to be really hot there.
Yeah.
Hello. Winter is starting again. Hilda, doesn't it look like it? Winter's starting up again. 1 September, which is next Friday, is Spring Day. But it still feels like winter is very much present.
Cracky, you're already going into spring. We're meant to be going into autumn, aren't we? But hopefully we'll have a longer summer this year because for the UK, summer's been pants. We've not had as many nice sunny days in my part of the UK. The southeast always get the better weather, whereas the southwest are normally a bit wetter.
By the way, I was watching a guy on Facebook. Simon, is it Caldwell? Not sure. He's touring South Africa, and he's walking around in Sunstone. He says, "This is middle of summer for England," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hearing Poppy. There's Poppy talking."
So go on. What's your temperature today, Ursula?
I'm sure it's cold.
You're sure it's cold.
Hello, Susanna. I'll tell you just now. Let me see if I can do this.
Now, am I going to beat you today with the temperature?
Let's see if I can do that.
We're quite even, haven't we? There's only been a few degrees in it.
Yeah, except we're in 2 different seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Jessica. I lost my mom on Friday morning.
Rosie.
Oh, Rosie, my heart goes out to you. Hey?
Oh, honey girl.
Was your mom living with you? Or is she living at somewhere else? I'm just asking, you know, did you see her daily, which is what I mean, or did you not see her daily? It's still, you know, usually your mom is a phone call away, and when she's not a phone call away anymore, good afternoon, Poppy. I think she's talking to Poppy. Hello, Captain.
It gets confusing when there's lots of Angelas in the chat and things. That's why I say to people, call me Poppy, because at least I pick up the name then. Whereas if I see an Angela, I expect it to be a different Angela. I don't expect it to be me. There, that's the one. It's the daffodil. Why did I forget that? I've got a photograph around here somewhere.
Of all the ones, most of us in the USA are in the oven. Most of us in the USA. Hot week for the first week of school. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Normally, if we have a rubbish summer holidays, we normally end up the first 2 to 3 weeks of the winter term has summer temperatures, and it's normally the hottest temperatures, and then it will drop.
37 Celsius is hot, eh?
Oh yeah, we're only on 20. Well, my bit anyway.
She's in Austria. I know when my mum came out to Australia, they forgot to dig up the Welsh mini daffodils that had been passed down a few generations.
Oh, but then would they have really been allowed to bring those in? So
there you go. Sending hugs. Okay, there we go. This is my weather. Partly cloudy with a temperature of 15. Wind is blowing very much, 39 kilometers per hour. And currently humidity is 69%. I don't know about humidity. It doesn't feel humid at all. Indeed, it is cold here by us. Yes, she said that wind chill factor. Don't, you know, if it feels like, then that's actually what it's like. Don't be coming with.
Yeah.
So Texas, let's see, what is it in Texas? No, that's Livingston. Who was in Livingston? No, that is Livingston, Texas. Clear temperature of 27. Wind blowing from the east, northeast. Oh, it's a breeze. It's a breeze only. She was living in Tennessee. Oh, sweetie. Well, my heart goes out to you. I will put you on my prayer list for comfort. Yes, Rosie. Oh, I call her FaceTime every day until she passed away. Oh, my goodness. FaceTime is like seeing someone every day, hey?
FaceTime is absolutely brilliant for people nowadays, especially if you live a little bit further afield than what visiting enables you to.
Yes. I tell you, I'm very grateful for FaceTime because it just makes it feel less like the person is very far away. Hello, Margaret G. Good day, Ursula and Poppy, and all in the chat.
Hi, darling.
Dawn says, blanket, hello, Yanni friends, hugs and love to all. And congratulations on your partial monetization, or shall we say the monetization that you get before the real one? That one she's
monetization before the real one.
Yes. Now these days, if you reach 3,000 hours and how many subscribers, you can be partially monetized. I'm not sure how it works. All I know is that it exists.
With my generation, that didn't happen. You had to have your 4,000 hours and your 1,000 subscribers.
But she's aiming for that. When she gets to that, she wants that. So we wish that for her.
Oh, yeah.
Bonnie, hello, my sweetheart. I saw somewhere that you said your foot was feeling better. The tinnitus. Is it tinnitus? So I hope is it better today, this Monday? Hello, Faith. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Let's see where Bonnie is. Bonnie says Malabar is sunny. Temperature of 28. Oh, that's hot.
Well,
Wind is blowing from the east. Oh, that's a breeze, eh? 18 kilometers an hour. It's a nice breeze.
I want that weather.
We wouldn't mind that, Bonnie.
I would like that.
Temperature is where I am in Missouri, Katrine. Nice and toasty, and the sun hasn't even risen yet.
Oh.
Nice and toasty, and the sun hasn't risen.
I'm not sure if she's trying to make us jealous.
Rosie, my sweetheart. Oh, my sweetheart. Aussie Sandy, hello, hello, hello. It's a Poppy. Hoping you're both doing well. I'm doing well.
Me too.
Poppy's doing well. How's the weather in Wilmington, North Carolina, where Rosie is? Let's see. Weather there is sunny. Temperature of 24 Celsius. Wind is blowing. So, okay. Oh, also a breeze. Just a breeze. But the humidity is right up there.
Oh, great.
Rosie's report. Mom took her first actual steps this weekend.
Oh, absolutely ace, honey. Keep going, Mum. You've got this.
Absolutely happy for that. Just writing Rosie up. And we keep on praying for Catherine's mama. There we go. Trudy! Hilda also says it feels like winter's here again. How you doing? I Poppy everyone in the chat. Hooray for your mom, Catherine. Oh, yes, as long as I'm not overdoing it, it's almost back to normal now.
Oh,
I am so happy. Oh, wow. Hey? What was that? 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks? Hello, hello, Linda. How you doing? Hello, Ocean Poppy. Hi, everyone in the chat, says Linda. The sun won't be up until 7, about an hour from now. Yes, our sun also comes up a little bit later. Jen is saying hello to Linda. How was your weekend, Linda? There you go. Hello, Jen. Beautiful Catherine. Ah, there we go. Good, Linda. Good day, Linda. Good day, Linda, she's saying. At least I have my dad alive. Well, I'm glad for you, my sweetheart. Now, you see, I was raised by a single mom, so there is no dad. And I happen to know that he did pass away, so.
Yeah, it's a hard one at the moment, Rosie. It'll work out a little bit easier over time, and you know that we're all here to chat too.
I think anybody in the chat that's lost someone will know the first year is hard, because then it's all the birthdays, all the firsts.
Yeah.
One of my best friends drove down 6 hours to visit for the day Saturday. She gave me a crocheted peacock. Her husband drove.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
What a wonderful friend.
And husband doing the drive. That can be a bit of a nightmare drive. Yeah.
I'm thinking Trudy and Hilda, that's past Beaufort West from here. From here to Beaufort West is 4 hours.
Now, was that 6 hours each way, or was that 6 hours in total?
No, she drove 6 hours to get to her. That's how I understand it. Okay, she can say, all good, we'll pop up after lunch. Oh, that's very good for you. She was going to be 88 in September. Oh, that's a good age, hey? 88. Oh, so sorry for your loss, Rosie, says Linda. There you go. If you want to share yourself out, then you just do that. Wait, man, where is it? You do the thing, the OMGrannySquare thing. OMGrannySquare, one word. Not OMGrannySquare. So, he's a pastor of a small church. I had
knit him a man's traditional Jewish pattern prayer shawl and her blanket.
Oh, you knit him. Yeah, okay. And a black. Oh, very good. Pastor of a small church. Fantastic. There you go. 6 hours each way. That is amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, you and your family will need each other more now than ever. Be kind to each other. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hey? These times are made to sort of sift. A lot of things will fall by the wayside that used to be important. Now it's not important anymore. That's issues, little issues. They shrink by comparison to the big things. You've been friends for 38 years. You know,
Lovely.
Bonnie, I can still remember the first time I said, oh, that was about 10 years ago. And I thought, oh, that's a decade. Wow. Now it's like, that's
No,
nothing.
me.
Half a century.
I've known my bestie since I was 14. We weren't besties when we were 14. We were just classmates. But I've known her since we were 14, so that's over 20 years ago. I'm going to put it like that, over 20. It's a bit more than that.
Yes, that's a long time. I met my best friend when I was 4 because my grandmother's house was one house. There was one house between her house and my grandmother's house.
Oh,
and
wow.
let me tell you that her father worked for the railway. Now they don't call it the railway. They used to call it the railway those back then. Now they call it trans. They've got a fancy name for it. Anyway, so now the guy that stayed in between, I'm not sure if he also worked for the railway. Must have, because all those houses belonged to the railway. But their kids and my friend and I all went to the same school. And, you know, I mean, we're still in contact. She and I was best friends for my entire school career, time that I was in school. So there you go. Hey, Kelly, says Bonnie. Amy sent you an email. Kelly, I also sent you an email. You know, me and my best since the 8th grade. Oh, you've been best pals since the 8th grade. Wow. I met my best friend
in the womb.
Well, it doesn't get much better than that. I think you've got the prize.
That definitely takes the phrase growing together to a whole new meaning.
Like, I mean, they came into this world as we know it together, so not many do. Rosie, I'll be thinking of you and praying for you too. Never easy losing a mom. I tell you, as much as I love to stay for the live, I'm freezing outside having a smoke. Gonna love and leave you. We'll watch the replay. Mwah. Hilda, thank you so much. Just popping in. I so appreciate it, sweetie. One of these days we must meet up, hey? You live close enough. Okay, we can go over. I've got an extra device here, so we can go over to Facebook. Get Facebook out of the way. Let's see, share screen. Kelly says, I met my bestie as a toddler. Parents were besties. That never happens anymore. Seldom. I tell you, seldom. Seldom. That is not the rule. No longer the rule. Okay, I know. I actually went earlier today and I went to have a look and I know we must stop when we see Katrine's little birdies that she shared with us.
No, beautiful.
She last week she was talking, was it last Monday or Friday? She was talking, oh, what is this? Because you know I want a tutorial. This is Maribel, Burgundy Puff Stitch Baby Blanket Pattern. But you know what? Can I tell you what?
Ooh.
I've got a baby, man, I've got a baby pattern. Oh, the whole stack will fall on me. That is exactly that baby. Oh, because I love that. That's she calls it puff stitch, but I would call it the shell stitch. That is beautiful, Maribel. And look at those colors.
They are stunning. Sorry, I'm just holding up the same shade of yarn in front of my camera. I was wondering what to do with it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Give it a big fat like. Kaylin, my daughter, and her cousin are Rinkies too. Oh, wow. Amy, let's send it to you, Linda. Thanks. Dinky Crafts Jen, hey, Ursula, and Chad finally made it alive. Hello, hey. Dinky Jen.
Hi, Dingy. Cheeky question on this one, though. Are you colour controlling, or are you letting the yarn do its own thing? And how many did you cast on?
It's a perfect match, says Kaylin. The birds' hearts are just single knit stitches. The pattern is so easy to do, says Katrine. Oh my goodness, I have 2 cakes of that exact yarn now. I know what it works out like. I tell you, it's always good to see what someone else does with it. Then you see how it works out.
Yeah.
Because there are some yarns that I would not say it looks like that, and then it looks like that. Rosie, Sunday share. Beautiful hat. That is gorgeous. And I shared this picture of a top. This is a pattern that was for sale or free for a limited time, but the time has expired already. But I love the way they did this. This looks like, is it a double crochet, half double crochet, something like that. But I love that bag, or the colors, definitely.
Yeah.
And then this one. I just shared this picture because the picture was drool worthy. But after sharing it, I actually had another look and I saw that some of those squares are like chevron. You know, some are normal grannies and some are, there's the white heart on the pink, the yellow heart on the white. That's interesting.
I must admit, I did have fun looking at that one. I was trying to work out which one's technically the granny stitch and which one wasn't.
Yes. Oh, look at this. I shared this because I saw this somewhere else. Someone crocheted a lace curtain. I think it's beautiful. After a month of tireless work, I can finally admire the beauty of my curtain. I thought, what? 1 month only? That is a lot of work for 1 month. Hilda, but now Hilda missed it. Finally, I gave my friend's blanket to her today. She cried when I gave it to her because she knew I made it in a very difficult time of my life, just after my dad passed away on the 8th of December last year. She really carried me through a tough time. A lot of tears went into it. I'm just glad she loved her gift. And you know, 8th of December, so Hilda, that's a year of firsts for you too, hey? Oh, that is beautiful. She did a beautiful job there, hey?
Stunning.
You just look at that border. That border is what? It looks like the box stitch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Poppy. That's my dream project.
That is so cute.
Oh, but it's so good to have a friend that was with you. Yesterday I was sitting on the phone. I showed this to my husband. I saw it on my phone. I showed it to him. I say, hey, look at this. This is nice. He goes, mm-hmm. I said, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. He says, yes, very nice. Something different for a change. I'm like, what do you mean different for a change? You know? It's dang. Such great curtain, says Katrine. Kaylin says, that's my dream project. I love to crochet. Tank, hello, my sweetheart. Hello, Ursula, popping in to ask for prayers. I was admitted into the hospital last night, early this morning. I have this C word plus double pneumonia. I may be learning today. Oh, Tank. I am putting you up for prayers and just saying, Father, we prayed that you just touch Tank and the situation and just turn it around. And we just, you know, Proverbs 18 verse 21, the power of life and death is in the tongue. Just speak death to that C word and life and restoration to every cell in your body. That is C plus pneumonia. Wow. Okay, we just pray. If you don't know what to pray, just speak death to the sickness and speak life to the restoration and healing. That is as easy as that. Margaret G. Tank, I will be sending prayers your way. Jen says, love to you, Tank. Kaylin says, oh no, Tank, praying you recover quickly. Tank, I will be praying for you, says Bonnie. Thank you for all the prayers. Everyone matters. Look at this granny. And I tell you what, this granny looks a lot like my grandmother, except my grandmother's hair was not white. It was salt and pepper until she passed away in 95.
I showed this one to my husband last night. Now, he got his motorbike license a little while ago, and then he's had a crash. He's okay. But it means he doesn't have a motorbike. And I said to him, I reminded him he was trying to get me into getting a license. And I said, you do realise this is what my motorbike would have looked like. And he turned around, he said, okay, fine, I'm happy you refused to take the test.
Oh, wow.
There is no way I would drive down the road next to you with your bike looking like that. And I'm like, you're just evil.
Yes.
And I've said if he gets another bike, I will make him something similar for his. He told me where to go.
You also wake up to it. Something in camouflage yarn. That is DIY that was live yesterday. Crochet Queen came in. Hello. Good morning. I believe your name is China. Good morning, Ursula. Beautiful chat. Love you all, says Tank. We love you too, my sweetheart. Maribel says thank you, Kelly. Everybody's saying hello. On my way to work, says Rosie. Rosie, have a blessed day, my sweetheart. As good as it can get. Katrine, look at this. One more knitted hat done. How do you do it like that?
You run the two colours at the same time and the colour change is done at the back of the work. Linda taught me that.
Wow.
I watch lots and lots of videos and stuff that I'm never going to be able to do. Oh.
It's a picture that Dee would use as a thumbnail. Oh, you mean Granny Dee? Or which Dee? Prayers for you, Tank, says China. Thank you for all the prayers. This one I saw, her name was it Gleesy Kelly? I don't know how to pronounce that. She shared it in another group, not sure which group, but I thought this was so cool. You know, I think it would even look better. Let me not say better. I would do it in a solid granny. But I think this is a very good idea.
I do think it depends on the time of year you plan to use it or the country that you're in. And your yarn and everything like that. In regards to the comment about Dee, Granny Dee, I think it was the granny on a motorbike picture that she was saying.
Yeah, she wrote it there. Dee's Creative Hands. Okay. Oh. Hello, Sheila, my sweetheart. Hello, Poppy. Hello, Ursula. And hello, everyone. Thank you. Another crochet top that I made using Olga Poltava's patterns and YouTube tutorials. Summer Wildflowers Crochet, there's the link. Lilacs in Bloom, Baby Blanket, there's that link. Yarns is Willow Jubilee in Sugar Cookie. And Ice Yarn, Summertime in Dark Cream. Hooks.
How many items this week? Blimey, girl, them hooks are steaming.
The hooks are 5.5, 5, and 4.5. So let's have a look, see? Hey, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Play again. I love the way it looks. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Always looks better on a body, hey? But look at that. All those stitches.
That looks like it was actually fun to do because it keeps you going. You don't just get stuck in the same stitch repeatedly.
But she's always, doing something interesting. Hello, IDB Creates. Good morning, sweetie. Good to see you. And there, double crochet bottle holder by Helena. Thank you for sharing. And D said this is the next UFO. But I tell you what, I looked at that and I thought, I actually like those colors. It looks like 3 rows of cream and then black, gray, black, gray. So I love those colors. I'm having to slow down now. My wrist is hurting from too much cotton yarn. Kaylin, I think you deserve a rest. Just a little bit, a rest. Kaylin, that is beautiful, says Katrine. Gorgeous as usual, Kaylin, says Sheila. How was your weekend, Sheila? Beautiful top, says Jen. I'm glad that Kaylin always puts all the links. It just makes it easier if someone also wants to do it. Listen to this. Wait, let me see if there's sound.
One of the ways you know you found your tribe is you stop explaining yourself. And you start explaining yourself and someone goes, yeah, I get it. Yeah. And you think, you get it? And you think, I feel seen. I'm with my people. They are there. Keep looking for them. Don't let the people that don't get you define you. One of the ways you know you found your tribe is you stop.
Okay, there we go. Stop explaining yourself. But that I had to share that in the crochet group because I thought, that's you guys.
Yeah.
Every time you go to a crochet live stream, it's like, You have to stop explaining yourself. You don't have to explain. They get it. And I'm like, yes, you guys are amazing. Centro Knitting Machine pumpkins. Veronica, I saw your video. You've been churning it up. You know, and that yarn that she's using has a bling to it. It's like a pumpkin colored bling. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. Karen says, thank you for everybody that said it's beautiful. Sheila says, that's what happened. Me, Karen, speeded up arthritis in my hand and wrist. Take it easy. Oh, yes. So take it easy. Take it easy. Wearing crochet makes dressing up for work more fun. Oh, yes. And I bet, I mean, you look amazing because no one else looks like that. Roberta, my Linda shawl that I finished this week, worn by my daughter. The shawl is made from azalea yarn by Hobie, which I won from Linda Simpson. Oh, Leslie's sister creations, which is Linda Simpson, is a simple one of my own. Oh, I love it. Let's go in and see. The feeling of, you know, you created what you're wearing is just such fun, says Katrine. Oh, yes. Oh, no, Sheila, I'll take it easier, says Kaylin. Look at that. That is a beautiful shawl.
Can you see the back again? Oh,
there we go. You know that there's a part of it that even looks knitted from where I'm sitting. Hey?
That's stunning.
Love it. Love it. Beautiful, Roberta. Thank you for sharing. Oh, you guys are amazing. I am so happy that
that's
you
all
share.
your pattern, girl. Get that written down. I'm sure a few of us would like to copy you.
Look at this. This is Nancy. Nancy's hooked on crochet. Made a beautiful bag.
Wow.
She's going to tell me which tutorial she used. She said she used 2 tutorials because one person made the flowers look more difficult to make than the other one. But, oh, Nancy, I want to tell you, hats off. That is, I want to make a blanket like that. That's just so beautiful. I'm so proud of her. And there's our Linda that shared her Friday link. If you're in the group and you're a content creator, don't let the opportunity go by. We've reached 3,200 subscribers. That was Friday. We're not yet where. Let's see, where is Katrine's little... When we get to Katrine's flowers. This is funny. Why I buy yarn? The blue is I'm running out of yarn. The black is I have a specific project in mind. And that pink is, it's so pretty.
So pretty.
Striking shawls, says Katrine. Thank you. Nancy's bag squares are cute, says Jen. I love those. I've seen those squares on a blanket. And Nancy made a bag. Maybe she saw it somewhere as a bag and made the bag. Or she saw the blanket and thought she'll make a bag. But that's a beautiful bag. So there you go. Yeah, that's I already read that. Let me just go there. Oh, man. That was funny. And Tracy of Rocksteady was live and we joined her. And there I was at my pastel stripy crochet baby blanket, inspired by Dawn Yarn Doll. That was my Havana mosaic crochet blanket. Did I not show that already? Where's the bird?
Yeah, you have. But every time I see it, it bounces out and jumps at me. So I go, oh, some more.
No, I think that's it. I think we're all caught up. We're all caught up, I think.
Yeah. Oh dear. So what have you been up to this week, Ursula? Jumping in before you get
this weekend, I was really relaxing, crocheting. Oh, Saturday, I made another watch me crochet video, and I sat outside. And you know, it's so funny when you sit. The sun has to be right, because if I'm in the shade, that's great. But if the sun is like 2 meters away from me and onwards, it can blow out the picture. Because I'm only filming from my phone. So I had it like that. And then I thought, no, it's not right. Turn this way, because now everything's in the shade. that you see. So, and my Craig said to me, hey, I think it's a bit cold here. But I had 3 layers of clothing on, at least. So, no, 3 plus a poncho, a lacy poncho. And he said, okay, but maybe he looked and he had a short sleeve on. He said, okay, but maybe I'm colder dressed. But I tell you, when I got up there, I was frozen. I've put the link there if anybody wants to come and share their crochet or yarn with us, whatever, crochet yarn. Hey, my people, they get me. You don't have to explain yourself. Hello, Cindy. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Hello to our beautiful Ursula. Poppy. There you go. I really loved your video where you were crocheting outside. Love the view. Yeah, I'm catching you on our live this morning, my time, 6:40. Was up now since 4:30. Oh, I've had those days where you're up since 4:30, and I'm like, no.
It's the middle of the day by 9 a.m., isn't it?
It feels like it, hey? I've just been sitting here being lazy and fixing to get up for a pot of coffee. Sabrina, bonjour.
Hi,
Is that what you say? Good. Hello. That's hello, isn't it?
Yeah. I know that much in French.
I can't do anything further than
and all I can remember is to say hello. I was rubbish at the subject.
Oh, lovely, crazy, and everyone. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Hope you're doing well. Another week ahead of us, eh?
She's stitching us up again. Look. Bonjour. I'll do it for you. Get it out quick. My one word.
So I'm using my favorite, that hook, and I'm doing the. Okay, now you see. Wait, there. Ah, you see, there you can see the colors. I'm on yellow now. I've had pink, that green, which is not, it's a lime green, and then peach, and you see, it's just the light, because that green and that lilac is the same, but this lime green, this green's a showstopper. It wants to show off, man. It's just,
yeah.
It's look at me, don't look at them. It's me. It's me. This blanket's about me.
I always find that in a pattern, there's always one colour that bounces out more, although they're from the same colour palette and everything else. Or from exactly the same place.
I did tell you, but literally I go and I pull, and for some reason, because the one is pulling from the outside and the other one from the inside, I can just let, like pull. And this ball doesn't go anywhere because the center pull keeps it where it should go. I'm quite surprised at that, because now what I do is with the previous one, and you'll see me on next week's thingy, I actually took 2 balls and I hold them together and I'm pulling out and pulling out. And then I thought, how much do I use for one stripe? Because I still don't know. So now I realize I use nearly a whole little ball like that, because that is a fingerweight ball, a 4-ply.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I use one little ball. There's very little left, and then
how many grams and stuff is there in one of those little balls? Do you remember?
Okay, let me see if I can. There we go. We've got one with a label. This is 4-ply, 50 grams, and it's got how many meters? Oh, now don't be going too small. 200 meters, 220 yards.
Yeah.
But this one's
so
supposed to be pale blue, but it is so pale that it could be white. That's what I wanted to ask Dawn Yarn Doll, if she's still here, is I think I saw on her blanket that sometimes she didn't separate with white, but with very, very light. And if that's the case, then I want to do it. We are having a horrible heat wave this week. Dangerous temperatures here in central Arkansas to around 40 degrees Celsius. This is about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Very hot and no rain in sight. That is in, what did she say? Arkansas.
Arkansas, it's America.
You know,
at the moment.
if Texas, Miguel is always saying, you know, pray for us because we really are having a drought. And my heart goes out to anybody that goes through a drought. Because, you know, we went through our worst one in 100 years that lasted 5 years. We were going...
Was it only 5? Crikey, I thought it was longer. I might have been getting confused with the different...
It felt longer, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have the habit of recycling. I've been praying for rain for almost a month. Yes, we must just... Lulu, I found out only today that you have a channel. So I subscribed today and will watch your videos. Oh, my word. Vera, hello, my sweetheart. And prayers for Vera, too, because Vera has also been very sick. And she's battling to shake it off, you know. It's sort of, she's better, then it comes again. Then she's better, then it comes again.
She's got one of them
she was saying, I'm just so sick of being sick. So, you know. And I know because when I was sick, I told you I was sick for 7 days before I went to the doctor. And then I went to the doctor. And then it was another 2-3 weeks. And I was already live streaming, but it still wasn't up to my strength that I was. So you get to a point where you're sick of being sick. Eh? So Vera, you can tell us how you're doing now. Minnesota is going to be like that also, weather-wise. Oh, my goodness, Margaret. And you are from Minnesota, Margaret? Vera, hello.
Yeah,
not only am I hearing about a lot of heat wave across the US, but also people suffering from headaches. Might it be dehydration?
Dehydration. Yeah, it's going to be dehydration, heat stroke, are normally the two most common. But then also, if you're susceptible, I can't think of the right word. When it's really, really humid, yeah, that's the right word, then you're more likely to get one as well. Yeah, on the news this morning there were flash floods in America, but I cannot think what area it was.
Oh, today is a good day, Vera. Mwah, my sweetheart. Carrie, hello. How are you doing? Hi, from Poppy. Carrie, I was thinking of you on Saturday because, you know what? I've been filming and so on, and all is good. And I wake up and I feel something. I look at my nail and I'm like, why is there a little stripe on my cuticles? What's happening there? And I look, and this nail has broken, so I must have hit it against something, and it broke. It can be 1.5 millimeters below where the white of your nail starts. So if that thing breaks, not only will I not be filming for a while, at least 2-3 weeks, but it's going to hurt because it will be, how do you say, in the quick? Into the quick.
I think the quick's the lower bit. I'm not too knowledgeable on the bit.
Into the life of the nail. It's going to be so I'm sitting here, super glue. My husband, I said,
you drink tea bags, don't you? You drink tea, don't you, from tea bags, Ursula?
Yes.
Okay, so if you take your tea bag unused, unboiled, and you cut a section of the tea bag out, lay that over your fingernail, okay, with your nail varnish, and it will reinforce the nail. So it will stop it. It will give it stability.
I said, why didn't I even phone you Saturday? So eventually, my husband comes in here. I said to him, look, because up to before COVID, I used to go, before lockdown, I used to go to the salon and have my nails done. And I said, man, I can go to the salon and they can just put an acrylic layer on the one nail, just so that it'll keep, because acrylic doesn't really, I mean, you have to be really, it has a good reputation. It doesn't really break. So I said, I don't have money. I said, we need to have money to give. And I'm like, oh, yes, I'm phoning them right now, 10 to 4 p.m. I phoned them. When can you be here? I said, 4 p.m. In 10 minutes, I can be there. And they did a nail repair. And I thought, hey, Kerry had her nails done as well. But then all they had to do was put a see-through layer of acrylic over it.
Yeah.
And glazing. So I said, because now I'm going to be putting my nail polish on taking it off in a week or 10 days, putting it on, taking it off. It should be able to do that. So she put glazing on it. So let me just put
I'm a recovering nail biter. So
I know. I used to bite nails until
oh, we're falling. You okay?
No. You know what? You know how sometimes your how do you say this? My ring light, just as well I noticed it, hey? My ring light. You know what happened? My ring light, you know the ring light is on top of I've seen that they've got ring lights where you don't have to, where it's not how can you say, it is not connect, it's a solid connection. Now why is it wanting to fall all the time? Okay, wait. Come on, baby. Work with Mama.
Be nice to Mama. She needs it to work. Stop being a
I need you, baby. I need you. Is this better? No, there it goes again. Why? Because I personally think that the head of this ring light is too heavy for the stand. I think so. It's a design. It's design, I guess.
As simple as that.
But I think they overestimated their design.
You're going to have to pile some yarn underneath it. So
wait a minute. Okay.
She'll be back when she fixes it, gang.
Get up and finish this thing. Come on, man. There we go. I'm talking and I'm still here. I don't want to make you drunk with what you're battling with this thing. Well, fortunately, I tell you what, I noticed it and it didn't go plonk.
Yes.
Just out of there.
Yeah. Let me think, where have you got to? Heading down.
Oh, I think we've got it stable now.
Yes,
what is the matter with you?
It was in a cantankerous tie rag.
Let me do this.
Don't touch it. It was working.
I'm touching it ever so slightly. I'm a mama. I know to be very gentle. Very gentle.
Don't wake up. Who was it? I've lost it already.
Well, it can't go too far because it actually, yes, I tell you, it would have been ouch. Wait, what did Margaret say? She says, I'm heading down to Iowa for the next few days to babysit my youngest grandson. It's going to be so hot and humid, baby, and I will not be leaving the house. Oh, man.
Time for Nana to bring in a small paddling pool and some plastic floor covering. The pair of you can sit in the paddling pool then all day.
Kaylee, it was a stripe that formed in my Q-tics. So I took the Q-tics off and I'm like, but why is there a stripe? So I take it off so I see the white little line where it has, that part is moving. So if I do this, if any time I bump it against anything, I can feel that nail's moving. And it shouldn't be moving.
Okay, so is it I would have attempted to cut or nibble that thing off.
No, but the cut, man, you must know that the cut is, I said, at least 1.5 millimeters below where the white little bit starts. So that would have been quite sore. I've had that happen twice so far this summer. The broken nail, it was so low that I put a fake nail on it. It grew out enough. Yes, now that's what I thought. I know acrylic can take knocks. So I said, okay, let's put an acrylic. So when hubby took out, I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'll take that. And then I went in there quickly, and then they call it a nail repair. And they just put a see-through acrylic and the glazing on it. That's it. Took 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes. And
I've tried that tea bag, the tea bag trick before, where you place a nail
now I know about that.
Then the tea bag, while it's still damp, you place the tea bag on on top. It's only the one layer of the tea bag, and then you recoat it, and that reinforces it as well. I can't think where I learnt that one, but
they call it whittle. What is whittle? What do you think is whittle? She says, we call it whittle. Felt very sore, warm, and salt draws out the infection.
Oh, that's when the sides of your finger there become red and swollen after, say, you've pulled a piece of skin or something. Yeah.
There you go, Poppy.
It's not just me that does it then.
A bit of tea bag works perfectly. Pretty good. Stops the lifting exactly, because I thought, hey, I can't stop this nail from touching stuff. I did cut all my nails because I'm like this, because I used to work frontline office. You can't have one or two short nails and the rest long. Yeah. They all look the same, and yes. So no, I just definitely the repair worked. But when I had it done, I thought, oh, it's been such a long time since I sat in a nail salon. It feels so good. Because when I was working, I used to have, when I get a bonus or something, I would pay it into my nail salon to get credit, so that I don't have to every month take out, because it's too much money. Well, for me, it was just too much. It's too much to, well, in my mind, I couldn't put that amount. But then if once a year, I put a credit there, and then every month I go, and it's like paying half price.
You've basically you've bought yourself a Christmas present that you're going to want and you're going to use with the Christmas bonus. And I bet the majority of that money still went on the kids.
Gwendol, there you go. Yes, I mean, they used to get their pocket money. It's like, whether we get paid or not, they get pocket money. Is there a screw in the back of that can tighten? It's okay. It's the ring light, and then the ring light, you can, under that thing, you can turn something. Now, my opinion is, even when I bought it, I thought to myself, this design is something wrong, because when I picked it up in the shop, I thought, this stand is as light as a feather. I'm sure, well, I don't know if a wind can blow it over. There's no weight
to it, so the balance would go off.
It over, man. So now this big, now I've seen since in shops that you have this big ring light, and there's no fixture. It is fixed, which is, I think, how it should be, because to me that already looks like a better design. I point my ring light up and use a balloon weight in the base. What's that, a balloon weight?
A balloon weight. With helium balloons here in the UK, actually, give me a second. I think I've got one.
Okay. Good idea, Jennifer. But mine is on a stand that is as high as this. It's on a stick. And then it has the balloon. So it's standing next to the table looking at me. Because I used to have the one that is more to my right now, that was the very short, I mean, not really. It's only got like a tripod and then the light. But I had to put it on a plastic thing or something to get it the right height. So it meant that you had this obstacle in the middle of the table the whole time. Whereas now I don't need that. And Jessica, when she came home last, she said, "Oh, Mama, it's nice because now it's so open. Now there's no obstacle between us, because this thing literally stands on this stick and pedestal little thing, and that's it. It's good. All is good, except the ring light should not be able to detach directly there. The point where it meets is the wrong point. I have a friend that made a donut rice pillow weight for her light stand. A donut rice pillow weight. But I always sort of tilt the light slightly back, because I find that the camera has weight. And if it's upright and the camera is here, it sort of wants to pull it at a certain point, which is probably what happened today. So I've fastened it slightly back so that you've got this balance. Hey. It's not too bad if you're in the shade and a baby pool. I can't stand it when my nails snag my yarn. Yes, you don't want that. What's happening? Hey, it looked like I froze for a moment. My 2 dogs, 2 cats, and 2-month-old baby. I will not be using any baby pool, just air conditioning. Just the bath. What about the bath? Don't forget about the bath. I tell you, I'm so glad we have a bath. My mom taught me the tea bag trick. Clear nail polish can also be used in place of glue. I actually do have super glue, so I would want to use the super glue.
Yeah, I didn't have
That
super glue.
darling girl, did she change her channel name? Sweetie, that is the Tiger Dragon Girl. TG Tiger Dragon Girl. That is now that darling girl. I love that name. I love it. I love it. Yes, you want to show us? What did
no, my husband threw it. I must admit though, it's been sitting on the top of the cupboard for about 6 years, so it was about time. What it is either a weighted beanbag sort of style, or it's a lump of plastic that normally you put the ribbon that's holding your helium balloon through. So it's got enough weight in it to hold the helium, the bottom of the helium balloon to the floor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it helps with balance, does it?
Well, it helps the helium balloons not fly away or fly to the top of the ceiling.
No, but I mean the way that she uses it at the bottom of her. But I think, you know, I mean, since I've bought this one, I've seen them that has the ring light, and they don't have a fitting right below the ring light. The ring light is simply connected to, and the fittings is lower down, and I think that is a better design. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have a ring light here. My husband's got one up the office, but I've never nicked it.
That's the tea bag method. You take a tea bag, you cut a little bit of, you take an unused tea bag, like she said, with your super glue or clear polish, and you use it.
Then you stick the tea bag on, and then you place another layer over the top of the nail varnish, or you place a layer of the nail varnish over the top as well.
Thank you. Thank you for the dummies.
Hi, darling.
How are you doing, Steve? Beanie Babies work too. Yes, because you think, I think it's the fact that the phone is not heavy. It's a normal kind of phone, you know. I mean, it's a thin phone. It's just a phone. But I think it's the design, because I mean anybody can look and see. The thing is, the light has a little metal ball, and the ball goes into this fitting, and then you're supposed to, and I looked at this and I thought, if you turn this thing too tight and it goes over its, what do you call, and then
screw.
Yes, how are you ever going to get this light to be tight? You then it's had it. So yes,
I don't know. I've got a stand here, and if I overdo it, it will click, and then I just have to retighten it again. So I'm quite lucky with this one.
I tell you, I'm extremely soft on electronics and stuff.
I normally
because I know they can break. Don't overdo it. Don't send you a photograph on photo on Messenger, Poppy.
Oh, thank you, darling. I will check that later.
Pull that thing. Can you pull that thing again? Pull that thing closer.
This is the one that I use for my camera. It's actually a stand that's attached. Okay, hold on. Messy room alert. Messy room alert.
It's okay. It's okay.
Actually,
that's a huge stand. That's a huge stand.
It ties to the table.
Yeah.
And then it's got 2 sections. And then you've got a controller here and a controller mechanism there. So
that's amazing. That's fantastic.
So I can twist this, and I can move that section up and down, and I can also do the same with this top section as well.
Okay, show me where the camera goes.
Hold on. Yeah, the camera is on the the end section here. And again,
Alright.
we've got another cog that I can turn so that I can move it, flip it either way, and that's my webcam there.
Wait. Okay, wait. I just want to see where the camera goes, because I tell you what, I went to look for a thing, and the bit where the camera goes is...
I'll see if I can find the box. Let me put this back. I'm not sure if I kept it or not.
Hello, Linda.
But then that is just the camera stand. I think there may be a possibility.
Hi everyone. Hi Poppy. Hi Ursula. Hi everyone in the chat.
Poppy, the photo is for now. Laugh out loud. Elaine, hello. How are you doing?
You're going to try and make me catch up on camera.
It's Poppy. Sorry, it's Poppy. You can just say Poppy. Poppy, the crazy Poppy lady. So she prefers to be called Poppy.
Poppy.
And everyone
my proper name.
In the chat room, 8:05. Is it early enough for you to come up, Elaine? I saw you. She says, can you tell us where you purchased that?
Hi, China.
Camera stand, Gwendol is asking. Ooh, because that's one mean camera stand, eh? I mean, that looks like proper connections and everything. China saying hi to Linda. Faith is saying good evening, Linda. And there you go. Dinky Jason.
So where did you get your stand from, Poppy?
Hubby got it offline. Just give me a second.
She's looking.
Find it.
Hello, lovely Linda, says Susanna.
But
Hi,
that's
Susanna.
It's our beautiful friend Linda, says Darla. Amy Nets is saying hello to Linda. Drinking coffee and thinking about which whip to start with. You mean which whip to start with while you join us? Is that what? No pressure. No pressure, but I love having you up here. Lovely Linda, hello.
Hello.
I can just imagine that French hello.
Hello.
Ah, Sabrina, I love your accent. Wait. Hello, Linda from Austria. Sorry, Poppy. There you go.
From England.
I'll find a spot in a second to chat.
Hello. Hi, Bonnie. Hi.
Dinky had sent me a photograph, so I've just sent it over to you, Ursula, on your normal Facebook. Sorry to do it like that. It was the quickest option.
On my normal Facebook.
That shows what one of those balloon weights are.
Oh, Facebook is saying, Angela, send me a picture.
Yeah, how confusing, isn't it?
Okay, let's share the screen. See if we can share the screen. Okay, wait, let me first take the comment off. That's what I always make the mistake of not taking the comment off.
Hi, Faith.
There we go. Share screen. Facebook. What is Jennifer showing us? What is that? What am I looking at?
That is a balloon weight. That's what I was trying to describe earlier.
Okay.
That's sorry for my ignorance. What is it?
That's one of the types of balloon that hold down helium balloons. So you tie it to the ribbon on the helium balloon and stops it flying away. They're normally stuck to the balloons. When you put them on a table as decoration, that's stuck in, and then people decorate around it to hide it because it's ugly. Sorry.
I've never seen that. Yeah. I must say, I'm sorry to say, I've never seen that.
Must be a crazy UK thing then, hey Linda.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because when I go to, and I fetch every birthday, I fetch helium balloons. I mean, like 10 helium balloons. They never give me a weight. Never. They tie them all together in a loose knot that you can just pull and it comes out, and they give it in your hand and you're supposed to hold on. After you walk out the door, it's like, sorry, I gave it in your hand, and that's where my thingy ends.
So to fix that, what you do is you grab just above, you run a slip knot and shove your arm through and tighten it, and then you can run down the road with no problem.
Hi, Kelly.
Yes. No, that's what we're supposed to do. We're not given any weights.
Yeah, it's
Elaine saying hi
to here in the UK. If you go into a shop that does helium balloons, you ask for the weight. You get given it normally for free, or it's £1 or something, a small amount. Because not many people actually use them now. They'll tie something else to it.
When I bought my helium balloon, I had it was like a disc that had a smiley face on it.
Yeah, the plastic.
So weighted it.
Yeah.
Hi, Vera.
The one that Ursula showed a moment ago, that one is actually heavier than the disc that you had, Linda. 9 out of 10 times, if I have the disc, I need to. I like to have 2 or 3 of them attached.
Mm-hmm.
Just you know what I do?
Do you know what you need to take with you?
Go on.
What?
Do you know the washers, Ursula?
Oh,
you know the washers. They're like your hubby will know what I'm talking about. It's a metal disc.
Metal disc. Yeah.
It's a Wasser.
It's got a hole in the middle. Just tie that around it, and that'll weight it. Because they can be quite weighty. Not a fiddly little one that you see on.
Oh, a screw. It's a screw.
Yes. Screw which is circular. Yeah, let me just.
Yes.
They're used in.
It's a screw.
A circular with a hole in it.
Yes, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
They're used in
have one of them in your handbag. And take it out or in your purse, and then you can tie them into it, and they're not going to go anywhere.
I'm looking around my craft room, seeing if I can upstage you with that one, but it's not going to work, is it?
No.
I tell you what, when I buy
that was Linda
for my son, when I buy, say I go and I buy 10 helium balloons, then I buy 2 that is. How do you call it? Aluminium, silver, and they last.
Aluminium.
Yes. Yeah, they're normally the character ones, aren't they? Or the shaped ones.
In the dining room, we have a table that can seat 10 to 12 people. So at his chair, I will tie one of the silver. I say silver now, aluminium, silver. One of those to his chair where he sits and eats. So every time he goes to the dining room, it's like, hey, I'm the king. It's my birthday. But then I take the rest. Say I bought 15. The 14 balloons I take to his room and I let go. And then all the strings hang down and I take them one by one and I take a scissor. And you know how you take the one side of a scissor and you pull it and it becomes all twirly? Yeah. So then I let all those balloons hang in the room with their twirlies hanging down, and it gives this feeling of festivity in the whole room. and this lasts about 3 days, and then they start going down, and as they go down, once they reach the floor, I'll pick them up.
But what you can do is once they start sinking down, you've just got to get a woolly top and start rubbing it really rigorously on the top, and you can stick it to the ceiling, and they'll last another couple more days.
Oh wow, what? Poppy, you're amazing. I used to sing her for when you go deep sea fishing. Exactly, Susanna. Still here in other rooms, in and out. Hi Linda and everyone coming in that I have missed while out. Yes, Cindy, I do that too. I'm in and out when I'm in a live. I'm listening and I put it on in one room loud.
Right,
I've got 20 more rows, 20 inches to do, and I'll have finished the festive wrap.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness, but Linda, I absolutely love the colors you're busy with. That is just out there. Hey?
How are you finding it to do, Linda?
Sorry? I was going to say something else, but I thought, no.
Is it a
pattern? Don't swear. It's so easy, honestly.
So it's the pattern you can make whilst watching a horror film, then?
Well, I won't watch horror films. You've got no chance. Lummy now, no. So considering I started it Monday, I did so much on Monday after the live.
Yeah.
and because I was going to use my minis with a solid color, and then the minis, and I thought, no, I'm not using me posh minis for this. And
No.
this yarn is the yarn that I used on my hat and cowl pattern.
Yes.
So, and it was that and it was saying, use me, it's DK, use me. So I've used this. So I kind of done, hold on, let me just get it a minute. So I did.
I'm doing your hat, Linda. When is the cutoff date for photos? They must all be in by 8th November, I believe.
8th of November. 8th of November, you've got plenty of time. So I did up to there on Monday, because obviously you start there, don't you, at the bottom. So did there on Monday, then I did there on Tuesday, and I've done this, the rest of this yesterday and today, and I've literally just picked it up. I'm finishing it off today. This will be finished off because we've got the challenges. So I'm hoping I want this finished.
You're going to easily have that finished by the challenges.
Oh, yes. My eyes are popping with mouth open. Those colours are beautiful. I really love it, Linda. Oh,
and I've got a pair of socks to finish off.
Is there a border that goes with that one?
4 finished projects to share on. No, we'll have 5. 5 finished projects to share on the challenges on Saturday.
Wow. Does that shawl come with a border on it as well, or is it just...
No, no border on this. There's no way you could do a border on this.
Oh,
well,
no,
let's not say no way, but
I might, depending on how much yarn I've got left, because I've still got another full skein. I might do tassels on the end, on 2 opposite ends. I'll do a tassel on 2 opposite ends.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's
hi, Ariel. How you doing? Thank you for popping in. Thank you for everyone that's popping in. I so appreciate it. Hi, China Sister. Yes, Poppy.
I found the box for
so you can show us.
Okay, now it's designed for a larger camera, so of course that means that if you're
able to go with my camera, because
you have to use a camera. You can't use a phone.
No, you can. I've got my webcam on here. That's what's attached, my webcam, because I didn't want anything too heavy on it. But it's designed so that you can put an SLR camera on there. So there we go.
This is what I do my videos with. This video camera.
So, wait.
So if I just give you the name of this
show us so that we can just see if anybody wants to take a shot, how do you say, screenshot, they can take a screenshot. Metro Vision GmbH. Okay, go. Okay, there we go. Now a little bit lower at the front of the box.
There's some more stuff.
Desk mount camera stand.
Oh, try and hold my arm still. 3.
Thank you.
There you go.
And yeah, I'm trying to find any other searchable
desk mount camera stand. Anybody's looking for anything, that's what you're looking for. Desk mount camera stand.
So that's the one that I've got, and it's really quite nifty. I can, of course, raise it up and down so that I can get more of the table in shot. The only problem is the higher I put it, the more I have to clear my table off.
Poppy, what are you using when you're speaking to us now?
I've got a webcam attached to my computer.
Oh, righty.
Yeah, I've got 2 separate webcams. One's on the stand, and then one's actually left on the computer. So when I do stuff that where I'm going down, when I say, I'm going down to my desk, I have to plug it in. And that's why sometimes the volume's a little bit wonky on the second camera.
Well, it does differ a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I've noticed it a lot recently that my volume differs between the 2 cameras. But
no, I mean, even mine would differ if I go from talking like this because I'm in a different mode. I'm talking to you, but when I go to the desk, I'm literally in the person's ear. So I'm going to lower my volume.
Well, that's
so
the
there
thing
is a difference.
I do, but I've noticed during editing that the camera that's on the stand is brilliant at picking up noise. So the last couple of videos I've made, they've not been uploaded yet, but the last couple I've made, instead of looking over the camera and speaking how I would normally do, I'm actually turning my head and speaking away from the camera, and it's picking it up, but it's not picking up any extra pitch differences and things like that. It sounds really strange, but it's not giving me any sort of double feedback.
No, I mean, anybody that's done any filming knows you don't have to, how did we just say? You find your people. You don't have to explain to them. I get you. I totally get what you mean.
Yeah, it's just on them days when I forget that I'm not meant to be talking over the camera. I'm meant to be talking off to one side of the camera or aiming the voice in completely the wrong direction for it to pick up nicely, that you end up getting the double feedback on the films.
Can I put the link to it, because I found it on Amazon?
Yes, there you go.
I wasn't too sure. I thought it was Amazon you got it from.
That hold a camera, a mic, and a light. Katrine, I tell you, there's some beautiful stuff out there.
I think that company does also do a what I would lovingly call a multi-stand, where it holds multiple items, or it may have that I may be able to get attachments for it so that I can add more items on. But when I purchased it, I was like, I'm not spending any more money on buying kits if I don't think I'm going to stick around.
When I do my tutorials and my videos, I use my Panasonic camera.
Okay.
And there's an inbuilt microphone in it.
Yeah.
So I just attach that to my
stand
and
link
it, and So I love my camera, and the only time I use my phone is when I'm doing shorts. That's the only time I use my camera.
The only time
I've been doing tutorials for a long time, not only in the community, but for 7-8 years while I was in mixed media, I did a lot of tutorials. So the camera
you've gone through the stages of finding out what equipment works best for you.
What doesn't work for me.
I don't know about Ursula, but I'm still trying to find the stuff that works for me. Or at least find workarounds so that I've got the best I can have, the best I can get my hands on and afford at the moment. And
I mean, it's all about what you can afford as well. You know, I mean,
I've been using my phone, and I haven't.
And there's nothing wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using your phone, guys. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying, for me personally, I prefer, because it takes up a lot of memory on your phone as well. So you've got to make sure that you keep on top of removing, once you've edited and remove them as well.
Yeah, I'm no good at that. My husband's built me a super duper PC, which has got so much memory, it's unbelievable. And I've already filled up one of my super duper drives, and I'm working on to the next one, and I can't work out how. I've only had it for 3 months.
Poppy, can you give me an ISBN number on that thing?
On the stand? Okay.
Yes.
And what is it? An ISBN?
BN. ISBN. You know the barcode?
No, it doesn't. Doesn't have a barcode.
Okay, wait.
Doesn't have anything like that. Anything on the inside?
A moment.
Let me check the instruction manual.
Okay, just hold it up there. Let us see then.
Hold on. I don't know if this is any good. Don't know if it's going to work either. I found one of them little barcode reader thingies. Hold on, which one?
Not the scanner thing. No, not the scanner thing. Go. Just the box again. Try the box. Just the box.
Okay. Give me a second. Let's close it up again.
No worries.
No, there isn't any identifying marks that you would have in a shop.
Let's have a look at the labels on the box.
There's that label.
Yeah. Okay. So we have, what have we got on the top one? Manufacturers. But I think that's because this one came out of China.
Okay, so who made it then?
I don't. Well, as I said, that's why I showed you the back.
Okay, that is the ISBN number. That barcode is the ISBN number. Okay, so it's a Tarion.
Okay, I'm on it. Barcode.
Okay, it's. I'll read it out to you, Ursula. It's X001 Lima Quebec Zulu Uniform Quebec Tango. Did you get that?
Let's try. Let's try.
X.
There we go. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Got it. Okay.
Got it.
I thought you'd said that you'd found it on.
Yeah, I found
they
it on
say
Amazon and I put the link.
say it doesn't work, but let's see if I can.
I was going to say, wouldn't it have been easier just to jump through Linda's link that she found?
Yeah.
Yes,
but
but that's what I'm saying. No, but what I'm saying is they said it's not working. So let me try again. See if that is that. It's the Tarion desk camera mount stand. Thank you, Gwendolyn. That is that.
Link.
Desk
If need be, I can. Yeah, that's looking like it.
Is it looking like it?
Yeah, that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the same.
This one is 23% discount. Let me tell you, 23% discount. It was $53.99. Now it's, well, I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure. It says
right.
No, is that already then?
For the UK crowd, it's come up as the Tamron overhead tripod desk camera mount 360, a flexible long word with a
flexible articulating arm with 3/8 screw and 3/8 to 1/4 screw for DSLR cameras, projector ring light. So you can add, you can have your projector light, which I've got one of those lights, so I could have my light on there as well as my camera, which would be really, really useful.
Is that light and camera though?
So what?
Sorry, I was just having a look. Oh yes, light and camera. Sorry, it wasn't that I was disbelieving you. It's just I hadn't looked into it fully, or if I had, I did it before I ordered it, and I've had it over a year and a half, so I don't actually remember why I.
There's a nice little video as well. There's a nice little video about it as well.
Oh right.
Yeah, there's a little video on the actual.
Oh, that's lovely. If they do that, I like it when they do things like that, so that one knows.
Yeah.
But I mean, yes, I think it's a dream if you have the perfect tutorial equipment. Because my dream is actually, if this room was any bigger, or if I could get out of Jessica's room. The reason why I'm in this room is because I need to be a certain amount away from the
noise of the household.
The rest of the family, you know.
No. The family wouldn't dare make the noise if I'm tutoring, making a tutorial. The modem.
All right.
Oh, yeah, the modem, the internet modem.
We don't have noise. We don't have noise in this house. I used to teach someone lessons in Excel, Microsoft Excel, and she sat there in the dining room and she said, "Is it always this quiet in your house?" Because I had my 2 teenagers at the time down the passage, but you didn't hear a sound. But the rule was, you can, as a child, you can have one earphone in the one ear, pick an ear, any ear. The other ear is open. If Mama calls, you come.
Yeah.
Second time, if I must fetch you, because I know it's normal in other houses if you even call someone. But my children has just never done that. And So if they want to say something to me, they would actually come to where I am. And I saw this just the other day. I saw this somewhere. Someone mentioned it. I think I was listening to a message a pastor gave, and he said he was saying sort of when he was making this comparison. If his daughter calls him from the next room, but he would rather see her face. And I heard this and I thought, I don't think my daughter's ever called me from another room. I don't think my son has ever called me from another room. And when I said to Jessica, that's true, isn't it? It's just not me thinking of that now. Isn't it you who grew up in this house? Is that the way it is? Yes, it's the way it is.
When our
blessed Monday.
Have a lovely day.
When my oldest was in what was she been? She'd been about 15, so she was in study mode for GCSEs. She started closing her bedroom door to cut off the noise, but it meant then that, especially if my back went, I would have to shout up the stairs to get her attention, and so she would ignore me because she'd have an earphone on and the door closed, so she couldn't hear me shout up the stairs for assistance. Well, that was her excuse, and she stuck to it. So we got one of them battery operated doorbells. We put the ding dong dinger thingy in her room. We hid it on the top, like above one of her cupboards, so she couldn't get to it. And I actually had the doorbell section downstairs underneath our TV, and I would jump up, and if I'd shouted and she didn't respond, I would just go over and ding dong press her doorbell, and then she would just come down and go, "What are you ringing for?" The youngest one turned around to me and went, "I want one. I don't see the point in people shouting. If you want me, either knock on my bedroom door or ring my doorbell."
Hi,
But as I said, the doorbell part of the set was always kept downstairs in our lounge.
We used to talk to each other through the heat vents when I was a child. Oh, that's funny. Hello, my Veronica. I see you're working very hard, eh? I've been watching your videos. Ooh, that time-lapse video where you're setting up your stand, and I'm like, I know what it's like. It's a lot of work. Good morning, Lama V.
Morning, darling.
Poppy, that's a genius idea, says Sheila. I tell you what, Poppy's amazing. She comes up with these ideas. Just tell her your problem. I'm sure Poppy's got a solution. Whatever the problem, Poppy's got the solution.
We've had a lot of experience where especially military family, where you move around, you pick up tips and tricks for how to get rid of stains on carpets, how to shave the carpet. Hey, Linda, sort of weird and wonderful things.
Yeah, I wanted to say Linda was also in a military family.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. When you move out of the military,
they used to march, what they called march you into your married quarters for mum and dad, and everything would be accounted for.
Yeah.
And then I remember we were marching out when we were, leaving that area, and we were moving on to somewhere else, and we were 1 teaspoon out. And my dad just looked at our June and said, "Where's your tea set, June?" And she looked at me dad and she just went,
"Oh,
yeah."
She wanted the spoon for a tea set. God, she lost
She wanted
to replace it with. So she had to give it. She wasn't happy, but she had to give this spoon.
No, but it's so cute because she knew that. I mean, look, you say your dad asked, "Where's your tea set, June?" So he knew.
Yeah.
Aww. That is so sweet.
Yeah, it's very
Thank you.
Still, it's marched in, so they take account of any stains on the carpets, on the walls, any nails in the wall, any little imperfection, and you walk in and you're meant to look through that property with a fine-tooth comb, and you don't have a great deal of time to do it in, and you have to report every fault that they haven't got on their paperwork. Because when you move out, if they find that fault you didn't report, you get charged for the damage. You get charged.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like what renting is like now today.
It's exactly like if you rent a property today and you walk in, before you sign a contract, you need to make sure that everything is on that contract. And if it isn't, don't sign it. I mean, obviously, I've not rented any property for...
I got my
many
previous
years.
people we rented
I'm
with.
Still renting, guys. I'm still renting, so.
Well, we'd moved from army accommodation into a rented property in this area, and when we first moved in, I'd sort of taken account, like I did with all of my military properties. I marked down and wrote down all the different issues. They told me I was being nitpicking, is what they call it, in this area. So I was being very picky. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, it's just something I always do. Well, when I moved out, they tried to charge me for putting picture hooks up. I never put a picture hook up, ever. I used the ones that were already there. And they were trying their hardest to charge me for the damage caused to the property. And until I printed them off the original listing and took it in showing the picture hooks on the wall from the original listing, and went, they were there beforehand. And it would have the only reason I was in that mindset was because I was ex-military. Yeah. When we left that property, all of the ceilings were cleaned, the walls were all cleaned, all the flooring was, the whole place was deep cleaned.
I tell you what,
from ceiling to floor, they could not find any marks in that property. The owner of the property just looked at me and said, why did you go so insane with the cleaning? You know, it was like I'd cleaned the kitchen inside out and back to front. He turned around and he said, why'd you do that? It's going in a skip next week. I'm replacing it. You know, and you knew I was replacing it. I said, well, just in case you changed your mind, I'm not getting done for a messy kitchen with doors hanging off. I'd fixed all the doors and things.
Oh yeah, they definitely are military moves, especially if you're going from one country to another country. Oh my lord, that is an experience.
It's expensive for the country, isn't it? It's not expensive for you. It's expensive for the country. Am I right or not?
No. With one like I've only ever been lucky enough to be moved around the UK. I didn't get to go outside of the UK with my husband. But we moved from the southeast to the southwest and back to the southeast, and we've always been stuck south somewhere. We had to have our march out, and it got delayed after we'd moved out of the property. They normally do it pretty much the same day your stuff comes out of the property. They are in to check, and then you leave and go to the next property and unpack. It is literally short, sharp done. I had a week's notice to move. So that was a week to pack up, clean up, arrange school for the kids in the new area without knowing the property number or house I was actually going to. I only had a basic area knowledge. So it was arranging schools, finding GPs, doing all of the paperwork without actually being able to fully do it. I couldn't complete any of the paperwork 100% because I didn't have an address, because we weren't getting told that address until we were in our car with the moving van going to the area. That is when we were given the address. Because they didn't actually know at that point if there was going to be a property for us. They just knew that
obviously when we moved from Singapore to Malaysia, we had, because we were going, from one country to another, we didn't know. But they still marched us out, and everything had to be in these blinking, the wooden box crates and everything. Yes. And then I remember the last move, we lived in Malaysia. No, we lived in Malaya before we came back to England, just before my dad came out the Royal Marines. Yeah. And obviously we were coming back to England, and we were going to stay with Nan and Grandad until we got a property. And that's one thing that I will say: the military never helped us get a property in the UK once my dad came out the forces.
Yeah, they still don't. You first and last.
I thought that was really, really nice.
Yeah, first and last are left down to you.
Yeah, and I think that's really bad considering, you know, my dad had been in the Marines for a long time. He'd served, he'd been in Aden, Borneo, and, you know, so he'd work, you know, I mean, he'd lost lots of his friends and whatever, and they didn't help him get a job in outside, or they didn't arrange accommodation, you know, for me dad, you know, because me dad wasn't on his own. He had a wife and 3 daughters. So luckily enough we went to, and then it was down to me mum and dad then to find us somewhere to live. But that was the only downside of leaving the forces, and I kind of don't envy anybody in the forces who haven't got their own property, who haven't got somewhere to live, you know, kind of. I know some married couples.
Can I ask, do they, because sometimes they do, if a job provides accommodation, they give you a salary so that other people would say, oh, you've got, you can save up for, or is it not like that?
No.
No. You see, so that's bad.
I
mean,
when your mum and dad were in, and even down to when Rob and myself, when Rob, my hubby, was in, and we were a couple at the beginning, there was good benefits. Yes, your wage was not, it wasn't an hourly rate. It's based on a year, and it didn't matter if you worked a 12-hour day or a 24-hour out on exercise or further afield. It didn't matter. That was your pay. And then they brought in a new rule that they would give the soldiers active service pay. If they went over 6 months, they would get a tax-free amount. It wasn't tax-free, and barely any of the guys and girls got it because I'd send them home at 5.5 months.
Yeah.
So they didn't. The rule didn't work for them. But you used to get a reduced rate of rent, and there was a different. Instead of in the UK, we've got council tax. The military houses pay a different type of tax. So they don't pay a council tax; they pay a different type of tax. That comes directly out of the working soldier's wage.
Yeah.
They didn't even get to see it. It just came out.
Yeah.
The thing was, when you're moving around, you haven't got the opportunity to choose a property. You didn't really get to choose the area, so you never knew from one move to the next whether that property, just for instance, was going to cost you 100 quid. I'm just throwing out a random number, or whether it was going to cost you 150 to 200. You just didn't know.
Yes.
Whatever you were stuck with, that's what you paid. And that's what was taken out of the wage. Now that rent was cheaper than everybody else around us, because in a way it came with the benefits came with the job.
Yes.
But now in the last 10 years, so since we've left the army, they started doing it before my husband left. They've started raising the prices of the rent so they are in line with all the other properties in the area.
Yeah.
But they haven't raised the soldier's wage to accommodate the fact that they're actually losing out on this amount of money.
And that was one of the reasons that my dad came out the forces, because he would have been sent across to Ireland, and he had no, and he said there was no way he was going to go and fight in Ireland. And that because he had 3 daughters, you know, and a wife you know, there was just no way, you know, what, God forbid, should anything happen to him in Ireland, you know, my mum would be stuck on her own with 3 young children.
Well, that's the thing nowadays. I don't know if the rules were different when your dad was in, but nowadays you have to give 6 months notice that you're leaving the job.
Oh yeah,
and in that as well. Yeah, and in that 6 months, they can send you wherever they like.
Yeah,
you can't refuse to go. So you put in your orders saying I'm leaving, and they go, oh, guess what? We've got this really fun place where bullets are flying. We're going to send you there.
So,
and then it's let down to the other half.
Also, the salary, and it really annoyed me, Dad, because the salary wasn't very good in '69 for the soldiers or sailors, you know, Marines. And 6 months after he left, they got a big pay rise.
Wow.
Yeah. For instance, the wage is still bad. Okay, on all levels, it is still bad. When my husband left, he was a reasonable rank within the armed forces. Okay, he was a reasonably good rank. Within 8 months or so, he'd nearly doubled his wage doing a similar job.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, let me just quickly read Rose's comment. She says, "Hello, all had a visitor, then did lunch. Now I've escaped to my boudoir or bedroom to lurk." Rose, that's so fun.
Nice one,
okay, girl. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I mean, it's I have a friend, well, she was, this child shared a class with Jessica, and the husband is at this institute, but he's the groundsman on the property. But one of the perks is you get a home, and you don't pay rent. And now, on the one hand, his wife didn't like that, but personally, I thought, jeepers, I wouldn't mind not to pay rent. But I understand what she means, because, but she had a very good paying job. Yeah. I mean, he couldn't live anywhere else because he had to live on the property. But she had a good paying job. So for them, it was worth it to save, well, in a way that you could buy a house by the time he leaves that job, because I've had visitors since Friday night, in and out. I don't like visitors on a Monday. I'll tell you, visitors on a Tuesday or Thursday is sort of all I like.
I know. So all our June's coming here tonight, and we're sending out all our bag orders that we've had.
Ooh,
and we
lovely.
On Saturday, we went and we bought 12 new different patterns. I did a short on it on Saturday. Ooh. Different patterned material for more bags.
Fantastic.
You're making that girl busy, aren't you?
Yeah, and I've had another 3 more orders. I've got you know, the fall mandala blanket that I made in blues for our June.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
June's my great niece Katie. She wants one in black, gold, and cream.
Oh, doesn't choose any colours, does she?
And I've got an order to do 2 more. You know, the bralettes that I did.
Oh yeah.
I've got an order for 2 more of them. I've just done a hat and cowl order, so I'm getting orders in as well now.
Hey.
So, oh wow,
we're both busy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, Mondays are meant to be for recuperating.
Yes, exactly, Bonnie. I totally agree with you.
After that wild weekend, Bonnie. So yes, that's why Bonnie's off her feet today.
So I've had a good sort out of my yarn today, and I've got an empty bucket ready for when I come back from Turkey.
Yes, because you see.
Yeah, because you're off again, aren't you?
Can't have empty things. But that's good if you have that and you know, hey, I've got space for yarn. I've used up enough yarn that I can buy.
That's the whole point of going to Turkey we're going to Istanbul for a summer break for my birthday, because we get there on the Friday. My birthday's on the Sunday, and we'll go in shopping at the Grand Bazaar on the Saturday.
Your family's got no chance. You are going shopping. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Shop till you drop.
Yeah. And then we come home. We fly home Tuesday, so it's like a city break. But it's cost us as much to go on this city's break as it is to go for 2 weeks to a summer resort. So I said, but it's celebrating because during lockdown we were going to go away, but the year of lockdown, Rick was 65 and I was 60.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to celebrate. So what we did was we thought, right, this year, this is our 65th and 60th birthdays this year. So
yes,
we're celebrating this year.
Oh, wow.
Don't blame you.
Fantastic. Can't believe time has gone by so quickly. My husband's turning the big 50 on Saturday. So he's taken Friday off as well to make a long weekend of it.
Don't blame him. It's the year for it, actually. My brother-in-law's big 50 was yesterday.
Nice.
Right.
What was that?
I'm going to the Canaries for my birthday on September 30th. Ooh, Sheila.
Oh,
Nice.
lovely.
Take sunscreen. You better take your sunscreen.
Lovely. Nice one.
You better take your sunscreen. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's
So
lovely.
I've got one sleepy pup.
How's little? How's she
What's
doing? How's that spicy?
She's 19 weeks on Wednesday, and she's fast asleep at my feet at the moment.
So now she's ice, not spice. Spice is like up and alive.
Yeah,
Icy.
she's icy. Oh, June bought her a pumpkin.
Are we talking a stuffed pumpkin, a pumpkin outfit, or
No, a
food?
stuffed pumpkin, and she said you need to take a photograph with her. I said, June, I am kid you not. She is getting a pumpkin outfit, and I'm going to put it on her.
Okay, you want a pumpkin outfit? Double check. The big store that we've got. Oh, what's it called?
Astor.
No. Pets at Home.
Oh, Pets at Home.
Yeah, don't buy their food or anything like that because it's too expensive. But if depending on how big she's going to get, you might actually be able to. It will be out of season, but if you go out of season, you can normally get an outfit for him for $5. We managed to pick up Liam's. Well, my daughter bought it for him. Actually, she got it before Christmas. She bought him a Christmas pudding outfit. Now, you've seen the size of Liam. He's a German Shepherd Collie Cross in a pumpkin outfit. It was not a pumpkin, sorry, a Christmas pudding outfit. It was so cute. So but he loves that thing. I hate dressing dogs.
I don't usually like to, but because she's called Spice and it's going to be Halloween, I've got to take a short video of it in it for Halloween. Yeah. I've just got to.
That's all I do. It's the stuff goes on. There's a short pictures taken, and then I spend half an hour chasing him around trying to get it off him.
Well, you know, Stephen West, he's got 2 French bulldogs, and one's called Brioche, which is a type of knitting.
Yes.
And the other one's called Stitch. So I said to Rick, I could have called her Lace or Lace.
Yes.
And he said, no, we could have called her Knit One, Pearl One.
She's going to end up with lots of little nicknames anyway. If you're anything like us, God, the amount of evil nicknames Liam's got.
I have to dress our teeny Chihuahua in winter. She's prone to cold and shivers. Oh yes, because they often have a short coat, don't they?
Yeah, I find it very strange, but then I think that's because I haven't got a small breed dog. I've got an well, he's not massive, but he's double furred, long fur. Doesn't need it.
Mine's short hair. I couldn't have had a fluffy dog. No. Not with all the cat hair as well. No, couldn't cope.
Oh, that's funny.
Kitten Jet has been practicing his Halloween cat pose next to the TV. Brilliant.
Yeah, I got the dog before I got my yarn addiction. So, but I wouldn't have won either way on that one.
Yeah, I grew up with Terriers, which has a short fur, a short coat. What do you say?
Yeah.
Either way will have done.
Yes. So that's what I was used to. Not used to dogs with longer coat.
No. So I'm going to see how I've got this much yarn left. So I'm going to see how much.
Ooh, you're playing on chicken. But I love the colors of that. Oh,
I've still got another full 200 grams, but I'm just going to see how long this is going to be. So it's kind of quite long at the moment.
It's your total wingspan already, it feels like. It looks like.
Have you got any reducing to do on that, or is it literally you're just cutting the yarn off and that's it, done?
No,
I couldn't quite work out the shape earlier, whether it was a triangle or an oblong.
You increase here and you decrease there.
Oh, okay. So you've already done.
Oh, right.
So it's done.
Yeah.
See?
Oh,
so the
gotcha.
decreasing starts there.
I love it.
So so you start there and you increase this side and you decrease that side.
I love that.
Yeah, no, that's a really cute idea as well.
Less than 4.5 months to Christmas, Rose. What are you,
woman?
I know. On my birthday, I always know my birthday is the 24th of September. I know it's exactly 3 months to Christmas Eve.
Oh, wow.
Because whatever day my birthday falls on is Christmas Eve, is the same day as Christmas Eve.
Yes. Yeah. And the days I think in February and March, it's always the same as well. If whatever day in February it is, it's going to be the same day in March.
Yeah, except for a leap year.
Yes. Yes. Too true. That I have that pattern I got from Linda's giveaway on my list of things to stitch. I love it. Says Darla.
Oh, brilliant.
Hey. I've also bought that feeling. Is it the Feeling Fancy?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Sure. Yeah. And
Feeling Festive.
Feeling Festive, yes. Not Feeling Fancy. Feeling Fancy is Amanda's shawl, triangular shawl. I think it's a Feeling Fancy. The names are very close.
I think I would like to make a crescent shaped shawl.
Have you come across any patterns for those yet? I'd seen a couple, but I hadn't look at the cost of them, to be honest.
Or, you know, Gina from Knitting Turnpike.
Yeah.
She sent me a pattern that that's on my list of
to-dos.
Knitted. I don't know whether I want to do a knitted or a crochet one. I've not decided yet.
Wow. That's why I started my Christmas crafting on March 17th. Otherwise, I run out of time. Catherine, you've got a whole list. Kerry is saying hello to Darla.
I've got it sorted. I just go into the box under the table, pull out what I can find. For some people, others I choose certain patterns for. But most of my lot don't like crochet. They're like, no, not interested. Don't want to know.
I start my Christmas sock knitting next month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then you were knocking out like two a week or something, weren't you, at one point?
I was doing 2 a month.
Oh, was it 2?
Which is 4 socks, Poppy. 4 socks for the month. 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only ever done one, and they were crochet.
I
can't do it. I've got them curly whirly needles. Nope, still can't do it.
But I love Linda's hat pattern. Because
you sent Gina an email. I have 2 as well, Jennifer.
Because it's so that hat and cowl of yours, Linda, that the hat is, and the cowl, but the hat is so, it's like a knitted hat. It looks like a knitted hat. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, or as much as I love Halloween, I have never crocheted anything for my favorite holiday. Plan to change that this year, says Gwendolyn.
Nice.
Go for it,
the Christmas gift idea on their birthdays keeps me organized. You are very organized. Oh my goodness. Catherine,
really good trick.
I've already bought 2 of Rick's Christmas presents.
Ooh, what? You mean you're making him stuff and buying? So that's like, he's getting spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
I bought him 2 things. We always get a couple of gifts, and then I've got him some really, I've got 3. You know what happens is on Christmas morning we each have a stocking, and in the stockings we have 3 silly gifts, and I've already bought his 3 silly gifts. Already?
You found them? Send me the links. I need some help.
One of them I was with our June, and we just saw it and we looked at one another and we went, Rick, for Christmas, because I was telling our June, and she said, we've got to get that for him. So he's going to laugh his socks off when he sees what I've got him.
Yeah.
And I've got Spicy something as well. Spicy's got a Christmas present already as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You can't help yourself, can you? You go out and you're just like, dog's going to like it.
So now when I go out, I think of things, I think, I think if I see something and I think, who would really like that for Christmas? And
I'm similar. I go out and if I spot something and the name comes to me, because I'm rubbish with names, you see, so it's brilliant. So if the name comes to me, I know it's definitely for them.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm standing there going, I like it, now who can I place it with? I know it's not quite right for them. That's just me, my way of working.
Yeah.
So
I've done
started last week.
Yeah, I've done Rick's brother and his partner. I've made the waffle blanket. That's their Christmas gift.
Oh yes,
that was.
But look, I think anybody getting a crochet gift. Oh, how nice is that?
Yeah.
I have 2 family members with December birthdays. I select their gifts ideas on New Year's Day. I like keeping them spoiled. Oh,
don't blame you. That's the thing. If I love crochet, it would be cool. But the only one that does is my mother-in-law, and she's over in Australia. So it's a case of she'll take me yarn shopping, let me pick out a yarn I really, really love, and then she sets me to task making her something.
Nice one, Sheila.
While I'm there.
Good idea, Sheila.
Xmas last week.
I don't do quilting, but I mean, so I would be someone who would really appreciate, if I had a friend that lived close that did quilting, I would appreciate that, because it's not a craft that I do and I'm not going to get into it. And I know it's taking a lot of time.
Yeah.
I would, when you appreciate something. So some people might not crochet, but they really appreciate crochet gifts. After I finish that, I'm planning on starting the Count My Blessing shawl. I have the perfect yarn picked out for it. Yay, go Darla, go Darla, go Darla. I love that idea, Sheila. She says, like you're getting a lap quilt, if not a hat or a coasters or a placemat. Sheila, that sounds top notch. Hey, our Catherine is very organized. Let me just see. I'm looking forward to having Craig here on the weekend. I know last year, last year. It sounds like this year, but it isn't. It's last year. Jessica wasn't here for Christmas because that's her busiest work time. So not sure if she's going to be here.
Well, that's
Faith
the thing.
Is saying, I visited my parents. Got to see my parents use the gifts I made. Now, isn't that just it? That's what it's about. Seeing someone's using something we made for them.
If they use them, brilliant. And stuff that I've given got stuck in the bottom of the back of a wardrobe, and I thought, well, if you're gonna stick it in the back of your wardrobe, I might as well keep it in the box under the table until I can find somebody that will want it.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I've got a chance of finding someone. Whereas the only thing that's going to happen with that is it's going to get ate by moths in 20 years. Or collect loads of dust and end up being stuck in a charity bag.
Crafting of some sort, handmade is a labor of love. Mm-hmm. Good for you, Catherine. Sorry, I have some customers. I'm at the farmer's market. Oh, I hope you sell a lot.
Customers out.
Good for you.
I hope you sell a lot. What is my son up to? I hear him running up down the passage. Maybe he went to steal a snack. He's like, yeah, I got away with it. Mom's busy.
He's going to steal a snack, but he'll realise he's been naughty and he'll bring you in a cup of tea in a bit.
Yeah, but when Mum's done and you go and check
under the mattress.
But I must say that I'm one of the last people to tell him no when he wants a snack, because he listens to his body, so he's not really, eat. He eats when he's hungry. So if he feels like a snack, but now it's unusual for him to do that. I just heard it, and I'm like, because I'll usually say to him when he does that, I'm like, what are you up to? Now, I don't know what that is in English, but you will say, is jy laf? Which means you're being silly. Are you being silly? But it doesn't mean silly. It means laf is a L-A-F. It is when you're happy, a happy silly, so.
Are you being mischievous?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Good luck, V. I'm going to make the sure for your mum. I've made 2 of that for my mom, and I tell you what, I made the one in the True Boo that you've got, and I had to go slow because that yarn just wanted to jump off that hook because it's so slippery, and once it's done, it's fantastic. Stunning. I need to get some of that pink from Veronica because I've got 3 hot pink True Boos. I need more.
Mm-hmm.
I need another 1 or 2 more. Or I need to go to the shop and see if I can get something that'll match it. Because we don't call it True Boo. What do we call it? We call it... No, this is True Boo. But we call it something else. We've got a make here that's exactly the same. But they don't call it True Boo. I think I actually did get that from Veronica. Good luck, V, says Catherine. Oh, yes. I tell you, when I see how much work she does, I'm like, I hope you have a lot of sales, because if you've sold enough that you feel good about it, that makes it worth it. Yeah. Because I know the days when you don't sell, it's a totally different ball game to be on the seller side of the table than to be on the buyer side of the table.
Yeah.
So I found that out when I started doing markets. I used to bake little biscuits, all shapes of animals, and it used to be a 500-gram packet. Well, my husband just went, I wouldn't do that much work for that little money. And I was just, man, I don't have a job. I'm a wife at home. I need money. I'm going to make biscuits. And the library used to have a market outside whenever. And so the aunties at the library knew me as the biscuit lady. Hey, back now. I just stopped to care for the dogs and pick up some trash outside before it gets too hot. It's 79 now. Not bad at all, but we'll be having record highs today. Yeah, 79 now, but what time is it that it is 79? That's the thing, Lulu.
At 9 o'clock or something.
It's 20 degrees centigrade here.
Yeah, I'm up to 22, Linda. So I think my computer says 22.
Yeah, my computer says 20. It's quite cloudy here today. But we went out for a walk with Spice.
I've got the same weather. I made my niece a singlet top in a silk bamboo blend, and it was so slippery. It looks stunning, but it was frustrating at times to work with. I tell you, Katrina, I had to crochet slow because it was going, oh, Nancy, we saw your fantastic bag.
Hi, Nancy.
Oh, hats off to you. You must still send me the tutorial or tell me what tutorial you used. I am so making that. I've got a container full of scrap yarns ready to make that. It's going to be 115 today where I live, says Darla. Woo. See, this is what our conditions is like. 14. Probably feels like 11, never mind 14. Look at that, 39 kilometers per hour breeze. Humidity is 77. Hello, Nancy. Oh, Nancy, I loved that short reel you made with that bag. Oh, 24 in Hull, cool breeze, very sunny. We had a lot of sun, not yesterday, the day before, Saturday when I shot my next week's Watch Me Crochet. But I tell you what, the breeze it was with a lot of sunshine, but if you sat long enough in the shade, it was like cold. There's a retro bag. That retro bag is something my sister will love. I will love. I'm a blanket person, so I will love a blanket like that. And then there's the one with the hearts. I'm going to do that one. I'm so committed to do that one. But I will actually need to go buy yarn for that because I don't have that much yarn that, you know, if I want to make a blanket, unless it's a scrappy project, but otherwise I don't have that. So that one with the hearts where you do a square that's a corner to corner, but with a heart pattern in it, I've never done that. But I'd love to do that. I posted a couple tutorials in the comments, but maybe didn't allow me to post. I'll have a look. Nancy, I'll have a look because I would love to make that. Because, hey, it's beautiful. I adore that bag. That's a big bag.
It was actually quite a nice size, wasn't it? I love the pattern.
I can't imagine how she did those flowers. That's why I want to watch the tutorial to think, what in the world? How would you make it? It's raining here. Big surprise. For Ireland, I don't like the weather. Wait 5 minutes, always changes.
We went out for a walk. I kid you not. Yesterday and today, we went out for a walk in the morning and it was blue skies and everything. As soon as we got home, the clouds rolled in and it's been cloudy.
Oh, I don't mind a heavy blanket, but that's beautiful. But your bag, Nancy, 100%. Sorry again, customers, laugh out loud. I'm here working and listening. Ooh, you rock, baby, you rocket. I like that bag too, she says. And those heart squares. Yes, I haven't forgotten about that one, but you know, I only do so many. Jessica was saying, oh, Mama, I see you've got 3 blanket projects now. I said, listen, they're nearly done, right? So don't be on my case because I've got 3 projects. Because she was happy to see that I've got more projects. I'm like, it's nearly done. It's nearly done. So
I was talking to our June and I recorded a podcast that's coming out on Friday.
Oh, I love that. I love it.
She said 3's her limits. And she turned around and said to me, and how many have you got? And I said, well, I've got 13.
I wanted to say probably 13, 10 more than 3.
That's
which will just
be you, Linda, if I remember right.
The doctor for that.
13. Yeah.
I'll definitely have to go to the doctor. Jessica's with Oma. She's with Oma now she only comes home for like 3-4 days, maybe 5 days. And then she's away again for 5-6 weeks. And then she comes home again for maybe 3-4 days. Hi, my super pink Linda.
Hi, my
Veronica, I'm so proud of you doing your markets. Hello, Poppy, says V.
Looking forward.
I'm so proud of you doing your markets.
Hi, V.
Can you imagine how quick? Can you believe how quick it's come round to the next challenges, Ursula?
And man, when we have the next challenges, can you think after that it's the 9th, 10, 11? It's like, hey, we're in the last quarter.
At the end of the year. So we're in your house in September, mine in October, V's in November, and Jeannie's in December. And then that's it then for this year. OMG.
That is just out there. Time is flying.
So quickly.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad at least one of my challenges I have made progress on. I know when we have the challenges, I don't show much, but it's because for me, when I take on a challenge, Listen, I learn a bit slowly, so it takes me a while to get, but now I've got that interlac blanket down to a T, so it's just go, 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 go. So I've got to redo my pillow cover too, but you see, then Dawn Yandel went and inspired me to do this blanket, and I'm like, hello, this is not a challenge, but this is hello. And sometimes you
out for a few days.
Is it all it is double crochet? Is it double crochet?
No, it is single crochet.
Single crochet.
It's like
a slow build.
It's like a mosaic blanket. It's single crochet. Ireland is one of the places on my list to visit. I want to see the land where my ancestors came from. Darla, you know what, sweetie? Do yourself a favor. I'm gonna quickly check this out for you. But there is this girl, and I gave her a shout out, but you must just check her out. I see 20 minutes ago she posted another video, and I will be watching that as soon as I can. Her name is Becky. She is adorable. So I have watched every single video of hers. But if you watch her video, it's like she's on a wool tour to Ireland. And she shares every day. And she is just amazing at sharing the knitted fish. But she crochets and everything. Her name is Becky. If you go over there, just tell her, OMGrannySquare said, come and check Becky out. But she's 30 years old, and she's just amazing. She's got this purple hair. Jennifer, Dinky Crafts, check her out. She's got this purple hair, and I was laughing at how she says, oh, most of the ladies in the tour is over 50 and not as fit as she is, because she's 30, but she's fit. So whenever they get off at a stop, she will do a little bit of, she gets to do more. I'm like, yeah, girl, go for it. I was 30 and I was fit, so that's okay. I will, when I'm 60, I'll be fit again. I've got 6 years to get there. So, because I said to my husband,
I'm already subscribed.
I said to my husband, you see this? This is the last chapter, okay? This is going to turn into a 6-pack, okay? He laughed. I said, what are you laughing at? Are you making fun? Are you saying there's no hope for me? What do you mean? I won't get down, because I know my gran was a big woman, short, of course, compared to me, but a big woman. And when the day that she passed away, my husband picked her up in his arms and carried her to the car. So I said, I saw her shrink. I know I'm going to be the smaller size again. This side of 60 or the other side of 60, doesn't matter. So,
I've always said, at that point in my life, I will slowly deflate.
Listen, sometimes you need a buffer. So I've got a buffer. I lived in Dublin, in Ireland, says Rose. Oh, my sweetheart. I'm honored, says Dinky Jen. Dinky Jen, anybody who wants to experience Ireland before you go there. And she's gone on a wool tour. And how many people in the chat? But there is just only, I think she's on day 6 or 7 now of it. And it's only short videos, but she's got lovely music at the end. She sits and tells you about the day. She's just sitting cross-legged on the bed, telling you about the day. And then at the end, she's got a photo shoot and everything that she's done. I love it. I just fell in love with her. So just check her out if you do. Hello, Mima D Crochets.
Hello.
How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Dawn.
Let me see. Ursula, I resent the tutorials from the squares and back on Facebook Messenger. Thank you, my sweetheart. I will be making mine because I think it's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's not an easy thing to make crochet a heart. Let me tell you. I have a tutorial of a applique heart. I tell you what, it's not an easy thing. And I did mine, but it's not that I enjoy it. But maybe I did it with a, I think double knit yarn. Maybe I should try with a chunky so that it's big. But my grandson started kindergarten today. I get to pick him up today.
Oh, he's going to have had so much fun.
Lovely. Well, I have I had my DNA tested, and I have got Irish, a lot more Irish from my mum than my dad, but both mum and dad had a lot of Irish in them. So but my mum's mum, so my great grandma and granddad were from Ireland.
No. Mom's mom. So your maternal grandmother.
Yeah.
Mum's mum.
So not my grandmother.
Your maternal grandmother.
Yeah, that were from Ireland. So there's a lot of Irish in me. And Icelandic as well. Icelander.
Oh wow!
I
may make you back with
Viking in me.
So Viking.
Hey, you know that when my husband, now it's pouring with rain. Okay, thank you very much. You see, there goes whatever you were saying. How cold it is? It's cold because now that wind's still pumping outside and it's pouring with rain. Anyway, and my husband's mom is one of 3 kids. And she had 2 brothers, and the one brother's wife. So this aunt and I had a long conversation, and she was telling me the whole family tree that she went and researched. And she said the very first of the family tree was one of a girl from Ireland who could not speak a word Afrikaans or Dutch. And the gentleman was Dutch, Afrikaans, Dutch. Way back, we're talking way back. So hey, but they made it work. So you don't need language much.
Wow, that's amazing, Susanna.
I tell you, you can really see the Irish in him. He has red hair and fair complexion. Oh wow, there you go. Let's just see. Oh, Linda, that's fantastic. I've had my DNA done and get Finland through my mum. Oh, wow. Hello, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Good morning. Or afternoon.
Morning, England. But Irish blood.
Yes.
6 aunts and uncles.
42 past 2. It's 20 past 2 here and in the UK.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Part Swedish, Norwegian, Scottish, Irish. The rest is English.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got Irish, Scottish, Welsh, English, and Icelandic.
Oh.
Yeah. You won't find. I don't think you're actually going to find a 100% English person in England.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Dragon.
Just because over the centuries, the different mixes of people that have come in.
Yes.
So it's like, I know on one side of my family, my grandmother was Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
She hated the Welsh and the Welsh and the Irish. Yet my grandfather was, she had some Irish in her. So she was a bit Irish, bit Scottish, but hated the Irish. Then she hated the Welsh, but she married my granddad, who was English Welsh.
Wow.
And I'm just like, do you know what? I'm all 4 counties. That's the way I see it. I'm a mix of the whole. All 4 counties plus the extras from my mum's side. I think there might be some traveller in that side of the family.
You were the British colony. So way back when, I'm sure if I married this Englishman then, I would have been a traitor. So, wow. Mustn't forget Gloucestershire. No, say that word.
Gloucestershire.
There you go. Cannot say that. My mom loves genealogy and has traced family back to 400 AD.
Wow, that's crazy.
Whoa, that's
Wow.
Amazing.
English, Susanna.
What? 99% English.
Wow.
They wrote that, I don't know.
There's Irish immigrants. All right.
Yeah.
My mother was from Netherlands, lived in Amsterdam. Wow. Kim, hello, my sweetheart. Morning for a smile. How are you doing?
Yes.
Doing well. What have you been up to, Kelly?
So, how are you doing, Kelly?
Oh, just prepping. A lot of things.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am ready.
We'll be there in 35 minutes.
Yes, you will. Okay, girl. So no, I was just, my husband had a little bit of shoulder pain, so I was putting meds on. I'm being a nurse this morning, so yeah, that was not. I mean, yeah, a couple of days he's been having a little bit of like pain, so trying to help him out this morning before I dip off for a couple hours.
Oh yes, give him something to put him out while we're live.
Yes, that is true. And I have some snacks down there, so he'll be good. He'll be good. Yeah.
Poppy and I are going to spend some time with Kelly in about 35 minutes. We said we just needed a bathroom break.
I know.
And
you need to stretch our legs.
And then we'll go over to Kelly and say hello. And yes, so let me just see here. So let me see. This is I'm going to put the link in the chat. Any of you who want to come and say hello, or if you can't make it, just just go over and say hello. Can't stay, bye. Hello and bye. But that's only in half an hour because we need the break. We need to.
Yeah.
Poppy and I need the break quickly.
I understand.
Because I've been sitting here for my 2.5 hours. So I need to just quickly check on what this little man's up to as well. Because his carer didn't come today. And she's sick. So she went to the clinic. She said to me last night, she went to the clinic. And then she came back and she said, I'm back, but I'm not back. I said, no worries. So before I went live, I just said to Jessica, tell your father she's not here. Which means XYZ will not be done.
Yes.
Which doesn't mean I'm going to do it. He just needs to know what will not be done when he gets home.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about my grandfather's parents coming here from the old country, I feel it is right for me to see the land where they came from. Yes, I mean, if you can afford
it's such a beautiful country. There's some absolutely lovely places to visit. I've got my list of places where I want to go over in Ireland, but
I'm not in the
I can do it on my own.
When I was younger, I wanted to travel. I have lost all desire to travel. I will import yarn. That's about it. Feels like a journey.
I've got a list of dreams. Hi, darling. Yeah, I've got a list of places I'd love to go to. Probability of getting there is still small.
Yes.
But
wow.
I've got my dream places one day.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm going to go to Turkey with Linda, so that's one off my list, and it will save me some money. So make sure you take lots of videos, Linda, because that's how I'm going.
Wow.
Wear your camera.
I understand that. Yes.
You've always yes, hey. Grab those tummies, please. Thank you. We are going to be heading out of here, so we're going to play out with the. I tell you what, Friday to me was such a hot mess because of the load shedding and the blah blah blah. So it's so nice to sit here and actually power. I've got power and everything's on that should be on, and I can press the buttons I should be pressing. Finally got to sit down. We'll have to get up soon again. No rest for me today. Oh, my sweetheart, it's Monday. Maybe it gets better closer to the end of the week.
Get ready. I'm going to go and get ready now for our June coming.
Hey,
with your sister,
then we can pack up all our orders and get them sent out in the post.
Oh yes, there's some places I would love to go, but I can't visit online until then. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Vera, thank you for coming in. School started today, she says. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna let me get. Where is the?
Well, I'm gonna drop down, Ursula. Nice to see you, Kelly.
Very nice
Have a nice day. Have a nice day, Poppy.
You too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
If anybody can walk in at Kelly's, then come and join us.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
leave a thumbs up, Kelly.
That's cool.
Thank
That's
you.
cool.
There you go.